everyone.
Sorry, you're muted. Go back again.
Okay. I am muted. No, welcome back, hockey fans, to episode 91 of Royally Quacked, brought to you by the Elite Sports and Entertainment Network. First of all, I want to do a shout out for our bonus episode last week. We had Jesse Cohen from All the King's Men and the Royal Half. Um, After each Kings game, he does
Off radio.
like it's off radio. It's on Facebook. I know because I got on and contributed, and he does a great job. Um, I missed him from when he was doing it on Kings Radio and so forth. The new guy is high energy and crazy, um, but he wasn't my cup of tea. So I like to listen to Jesse. So I want to encourage all of you to all you Kings fans, especially to tune in to all the Kings men, and then that Royal Half after each game show, and moving on from there.
Well, first of all, especially you Kings fans, if you like to hear Jesse make fun of me, then listen to it because he attacked me a good 3 or 4 times.
Well,
But
just like
it
Eddie did.
was it was funny. Okay, I
Yeah.
wasn't mad. It was all good and fun. I loved it. And like
Well,
I said, Eddie Garcia has done it many times to me too, and it's cracks me up every time. Another quick announcement. Just everyone, please go follow the Mighty Ducks Club on Instagram. They're going to be doing free giveaways. They have a watch party on December 16th. They're going to have food vendors, hockey clothing brands, and a ton of giveaways. So please go follow there. Go to the watch party. I won't be able to attend this one because I can't do weekday games. But I hope to attend one of these watch parties very soon, whenever they host it. So just everyone, please go follow that. And I know he just bought some shirts, so go on Instagram and you can ask him about that. And then
awesome.
before we get started, Kevin says, "Good morning, Gary and Cody. Hashtag Hiller out. Great interview with Jesse. It was a great interview. I had fun with it.
I got to tell you, I don't like to hear myself talk. So a lot of times I've already lived it. I won't listen to the episodes because I lived it, right? Well, it popped on and started going, and I got to tell you, I was laughing a lot. I was totally entertained, not by me, but by Jesse. He was awesome. I got to tell you, it was one of the most fun episodes we've done.
Yeah. Oh, easily.
And then I get jabbed typically just about every week because Adam comes on and has to say something, right? He has to get me, and so it's always nice to have someone get Cody once in a while. So
Yeah, that's true. And now you have Jesse and Eddie to help attack me.
yeah, well,
But it cracks me up every time. Yeah. Yeah, you guys were great on that episode. Thanks for the bonus podcast. I wanted to surprise everyone on that. I thought it'd been a great surprise. I want to start doing more interview podcasts like that. So hopefully we can do more of that in the future because I had a blast doing that one. So you want to get started with team news?
sure. Why don't you go ahead and start this week?
All right, I will.
We'll go right down the notes.
Write down the notes. So the Ducks have moved Lukas Dostal to the injured reserve. I think they just did that so they can bring up another player called. Actually, no, I'll get back to that in a second. But then Beckett Seneca just became the second fastest Duck to reach 20 points, and he has tied Paul Correa's rookie record with an 8-game point streak. And sadly, that did stay at 8, but we'll get to more of that later. And then the main reason why Dostal got moved to the IR is because Peter Mrazek will be out 2 to 3 weeks as he recovers from the lower body injury he suffered against the Blackhawks. It looked like a groin, so I hope everything's okay with Mrazek because he was starting to play a lot better, in my opinion. So the reason why Dostal got moved to the IR is so they could bring up Mattias. So now we have Vili Husso is I would say our number one goalie as of right now, because our 1 and 2 are out right now, and then Mattias is backing him up. So, but yeah, that's all I have for Ducks news.
Well, I think have some interesting things in Kings news, but I'm going to start off. The Kings made a trade, and the Kings acquired forward Nikita Alexandrov from the St. Louis Blues in exchange for forward Akil Thomas. And this is one of those old adage things. Maybe new scenery will make something happen for both of these players because they were pretty stagnant and on the big clubs. So they got moved for each other to see if that might, make a difference in their careers. Then also the Kings have signed forward Samuel Helenius to a 2-year, 875,000 AAV contract extension. So 2 more years. We get Sammy just in case. I don't know. He hasn't played but 2 or 3 games. And I don't know if I guess this is a protection. Maybe if they did send him back down to the AHL, maybe somebody doesn't shy away from being responsible for 2 years. Then, according to Daily Faceoff, here's one for you, Kevin. The LA Kings and Peter DeBoer have reportedly had advanced discussions about bringing him in as their new head coach. On another note with DeBoer, he is said to be quite happy in his current situation, meaning LA would likely need to make a substantial offer to secure him behind the bench. And I got to tell you, let's do it. We can't score a goal for the life of us. And then we play awesome defense, but every time we make one mistake, and I got to tell you, every team makes multiple mistakes in a game, but we make one and they score a goal. We're not taking advantage of the mistakes on the other end. We need something. Something's got to change because we struggle to score. So, not a little bit of a rant there, but maybe a slight rant about that. I I know you Kings fans got to be frustrated as I am. Even when we were in first place, I was not happy how we played. But
Yeah.
that didn't last very long, to be honest with you.
Yep. And then Kevin said, "Best of luck to Akil. I really liked him, and I hoped it would have worked out. I heard great things about him and everything, and he seemed like a great player. So
Well, you talk about a guy who is devastated with injuries in the younger part of his career. So he didn't have that chance to develop like a lot of guys do. I mean, he had multiple different surgeries that kept him out. I want to say at least 3 different years, or he played a lot less than a full season for 3 years. And that hurts a guy's development. So maybe going to St. Louis, getting a new scenery, you know, I think he's got NHL ability. I think he would be a bottom 6 guy for sure. But
yeah,
then again, best of luck to Akil Thomas.
yeah, agreed. And welcome to LA. What was the name again?
Alexandrov.
Nikita Alexandrov. Oh, that's a dope name.
Yeah.
Alexandrov. It sounds
Yeah.
very Russian. All right, I'll let you start off with the first news because that's something that's closer to you than it is to me. Kevin says DeBoer will want free reign to change the whole system. I'm not sure the Kings and Robitaille would give him that freedom. I mean, yes, I agree with what Kevin's saying, but at the same time, like the system that's been going on hasn't worked. So maybe a new system could work.
Well, the system for the last 11 years has produced 4 straight 1-round playoff exits.
Yeah.
And before that, I don't think we've gotten past the first round since we went to the Stanley Cup, to be honest with you.
Let's just say the Ducks have won more playoff series than the Kings have since you guys won the Stanley Cup in 2014.
Yeah, because we've been out the first round every time.
Yeah, and the Ducks haven't been in the playoffs in the last 7, almost 8 years.
Yeah, but they were one of the top teams before that.
Yeah,
When the Kings were wallowing in the mud, the Ducks were at top of the Pacific Division quite a few times. So
no, I think I think 2017 was the last year that both teams were out of the playoffs. And then you guys, we both were bad, but you guys got just pushed better than the Ducks did because Bob Murray didn't want to retool or rebuild, and you guys did.
I don't know.
That's what the difference was.
I think we retooled. I don't think we ever did a rebuild.
Well, you traded main players away before we did. And that started, I would say, I think you guys retooled more than rebuilt, but you guys did what you needed to do faster. Bob Murray took a sweet time doing it.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'll let you start with the league news. And the Mighty Ducks Club on Instagram, who I talked about earlier, they said, "Let's go Ducks." And this year we are going to the playoffs. Amen to that.
I have no doubt about that. They're a fun team to watch play. I watched last night's game, and that was incredible.
Except for Wednesday night.
I'm going to not spoil your games.
Yes.
I'm not saying anything else, but last night's game was very exciting.
Yes.
Martin Jones has retired from professional hockey at the age of 35 and joining the Coquitlam Express and the BCHL as the new goalie coach.
Yeah.
I liked Martin Jones. I think that one year we went to the Cup, Quick was hurt. He won his first 8 games. I think it was him.
Sure.
Isn't it? Wasn't it him?
What year was that?
It might have been 14 or 12. I'm talking the regular season, not the playoffs.
Oh, let's see.
Quick was out. He won like 8 straight games, and then Quick came back and he hardly played.
Let's see.
I think it was him.
2014. He played in 19 games. He started 18. He had 12 wins, 6 losses, 33 goals against, and he faced 500 shots. He had a 934 save percentage and a 1.81 goals against average with 4 shutouts.
Like I said,
he was 16th in the Calder voting that year.
Yeah. Awesome.
And then 14 and 15 games played, 11 games started. He was 4-5-2, 29 goals against, faced 307 shots with a 906 save percentage, and then a 2.24 goals against average. So not as good of a second year, but not bad. And then I think Jones just was like, well, I'm doing pretty good. I should be started, but they already had Quick. And then he went to San Jose right after that. Or
and
Boston, then San Jose.
Yeah. But he went to San Jose, and didn't he take him to the Stanley Cup? But they lost.
Yes, they lost. I believe it was to Pittsburgh. That was 2016.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
another ex-King goes to the Stanley Cup.
Yeah,
after the Kings get rid of him. So,
yeah. All right, and then let's see. The next bit of news is the Rangers defenseman Adam Fox is considered week to week with an upper body injury, and they're saying the injury should not affect his Olympic availability.
And by the way, your mom said there was a Ducks game on Wednesday night.
I mean,
You know
I will
the
neither confirm or deny that
I
allegation.
you know the sarcasm that I and you and your brother have is starting to wear on your mom because she's becoming sarcastic.
Good. She's joining the duck side. Good.
What do you mean,
Good.
Duck side?
Duck side. Very good.
She's always been a
I,
Ducks fan.
no, I'm never mind. It's a dark side play on ducks. Okay. God. I need a new host, guys. Anyone want to join me, please? I'm pretty sure mom understood that reference.
I
And
know.
I just want mom to send me Captain America going like, from Avengers. I understood
Shall
that
we?
reference.
Shall we?
See? Mom got it. Jeez.
Okay. On to the next news, Cody. It's you.
I just said the
Oh, did
Rangers
you?
one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you saved all these weird names for me. You planned this out, didn't you?
All right, fine. I'll say it. Alexei Toropachenko is week to week after sustaining burns to his legs in a home accident, and that was per the St. Louis Blues. It
Okay.
was another very weird injury again. So first we had Jack Hughes with the glass on cutting his hand. We had another was it a Blues player? Or no, it was the Florida Panthers player.
Yeah.
He had the barbecue accident.
Yeah.
And then now this one. So very weird year for injuries this year.
So on the next bit of news, the NHL's putting in you cannot barbecue during the NHL season. No. Blues
Who's that
forward.
sourced?
That was just
Per
being
Gary
sarcastic.
Spink on Royally
Yeah.
Quacked.
There you go. I wouldn't doubt if some NHL teams might make that part of a contract. We probably will never hear about it because they don't want people to know. But if this is like the third time someone's been burned somewhere somehow at home.
Second time someone's been burned. The other one was a glass cut. But per Cody and Gary on Royally Quacked, everyone in the NHL, if you play, you get your own personal chef to make you food, and they have to spoon feed you everything. That way you don't cut your hand like Jack Hughes did. Yeah, you don't get to cut your waffles. You don't get to or cut your steak. Nope, they do it for you. They spoon feed you, or they put it in a blender and you drink it through a straw. That way, there's no injuries. Nobody can choke. Nobody can stab themselves. Everyone stays safe. You heard it here first on Royally Quacked.
And you heard it here first. Royally Quacked. Breaking news. Okay, back to the league news. For Blues forward Jimmy Snuggerud will undergo surgery for a left wrist injury and will be reevaluated in 6 weeks. I loved watching him on Team USA.
He's a great player.
Great player. I'd like to have him on our team. Maybe he could score a goal.
Well, I'm pretty sure if he went to the Kings, that he ain't scoring.
Probably true.
Speaking of Blues, forward Nathan Walker has been placed on IR and will miss at least 8 weeks with an upper body injury.
Wow, we got a lot of injuries.
That's the third Blues player that is injured this last week.
The Flyers have announced Tyson Forrester will be out 2 to 3 months with an upper body injury. Wow.
I'm going to skip. Oh, no, not that one. Tyler Seguin has an ACL injury and will be out long term.
I heard it was for the season.
I think it's probably for the season too, and that's probably going to be, I know it's sad news that the Dallas Stars are losing him, but at the same time, if he's out for the whole year, it works in their favor even more in Dallas Stars' favor now, because with his, was it $9.5 million cap hit, if they declare him out for the whole year, they can use the full 9.5 million cap for the season and the playoffs. But if he's eligible to come back, they can only use like what 3.8 million, I believe what it is, because of the new CBA rules that they implementing. So they could look. It looks like Dallas could be a big team that's going to be adding someone. And mom says,
I
"Honey,
know.
you have the
I have the
wrong
wrong.
color hat on.
I wore it on purpose.
Go Rams."
Yeah, go Rams. I'll
All right, let's skip the next one, and we'll go to the next one.
The NHL has announced the 2026 Heritage Classic will take place on October 25th, with the Winnipeg Jets hosting the Montreal Canadiens at Princess Auto Stadium in Winnipeg.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
The next bit of news is the Tampa Bay Lightning have signed pending UFA defenseman Ryan McDonough to a 3-year extension worth 4.1 million AAV.
Wow. And a judge has ruled that the case involving retired NHL player Ryan Kessler, who faces 2 misdemeanor counts of criminal sexual conduct, will proceed to trial. The alleged victim is a now 17-year-old girl who was a friend of his daughter. That's sad.
That is very sad. Yes. All right. And then the last bit of news, the main arena, which is still not fully built yet for the NHL, or not the NHL, the Hockey Olympics in Milan, will have a sheet of ice that is 196.85 feet by 85.3 feet, which is more than 3 feet shorter than the NHL's standard dimensions. The NHL has no control over the construction of the new rink, and concerns within the league are growing. The league is still committed to making it work, per Emily Kaplan of ESPN. And I also heard that if it's nothing's finished, nobody's going. And that was per can't remember his first name, but Daly is his last name.
I know who.
Yeah, Bob.
I know who
Daly,
you're talking.
Daly, something like that. Jim Daly. I can't remember some white guy name. Daly. So yeah, and he said no one's going. But I didn't know this. So the rink is 200 feet long, so it's over 3 feet shorter.
It's a foot wider though, right? It's 84 feet
They're
wide.
they're
Right?
saying it's no like 0.3 feet wider. So like 3 inches, isn't like or like something like that. It's like barely a little bit wider. But I didn't know this, but I guess in the Nashville Pittsburgh Global Series game in was it Sweden? I guess they had the same dimension. So what they did was with the missing 3 feet, they just took it out of the neutral zone and kept the offensive zones the exact same standard. And then Anaheim El Grand Pato Scotty on Instagram says, "Let's go Ducks." Amen to that. So things are not looking good, very good in Milan right now. With arena wise,
you know they're gonna play.
I hope so.
No, they'll play.
Yeah,
they'll work it out. It's gonna get played. It would hurt hockey if they don't play.
Yeah,
and we need hockey to keep growing.
True.
So.
But there's nothing the NHL can do. So, we're ready to get into game recaps.
Yes.
All right, I'll go first just because I have one extra game and then we'll just switch off.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Get to talk about these fun games. So last Sunday, the Ducks were in Chicago playing the Blackhawks, and the Ducks started very hot this game. In the first period, Cutter Gauthier scored his 15th of the season, 15 seconds in. That's right, you heard 15 seconds in. Cutter Gauthier tied Josh Manson, who also scored 15 seconds in on November 28th, 2018, for the second fastest goal to start a game in Ducks history. The record is held by none other than Paul Correa, who did it in 8 seconds on March 9th, 1997. But it doesn't stop there. Olin Zellweger got his 5th of the season at the 47-second mark of the first period. So not even in the first minute has passed, and the Ducks are already up 2-0. By the way, Terry and Carlson each had the assist on the first goal, and they each have 21 assists. And on the second goal, Terry got his 22nd assist, and Cutter got his 15th assist of the year. And then at the 10:25 mark, Chris Kreider scores his 12th of the year. Seneca his 12th assist. McTavish his 13th assist to make it 3-0 Anaheim off of a deflected shot. Ducks were just straight up dominating at this point. And then somehow someone took, I can't remember who took the penalty at this time. But Tyler Bertuzzi got a power play goal to make it 3-1 Ducks, and that was the first period. And after that, it was all Blackhawks. The Ducks just pretty much stopped wanting to play. They're like, hey, we got to, we scored 3 goals in the first 10 minutes of the game. We're good. We're set. No. Ryan Green at the 6:43 mark in the second period got his 4th of the year to make it 3-2 Anaheim. And then Colton Dock, yes, that last name does sound familiar. That is Kirby Dock's younger brother, scored his 3rd goal on the power play, and now it's 3-3 Anaheim. 3-3 tied now. So now we go into the 3rd period. And this is when Mrazek got hurt, so Ville Husso came in. I want to say Ville Husso came in like, what? I want to say like, it was like 12 to 13 minutes left in the 3rd period. And then Connor Bedard, unassisted, got his 15th of the year to make it 4-3 Chicago. One, that's not Husso's fault, because all the Ducks just decided, oh, we got possession, fly the zone, let's get out of here. But nope, they turned the puck over. Bedard was all by himself right in front of a very cold Ville Husso. And Bedard right there is going to score. There's no doubt about it. So he got his 15th of the year to make it 4-3. And then Bedard got the empty netter to make it 5-3 Chicago. And that was his 16th of the year. So that's your final, is 5-3. Little known fact is, if Bedard played the Ducks every game, he's probably going to beat Wayne Gretzky's record in no time, point record. So here's all Bedard's stats against the Ducks. In his first game against the Ducks, he had 1 assist. In the second game, he had 1 goal, 4 assists for 5 points that night. And then the third game, that last game of that year, on March 21st, 2024, he had 0 points. First time the Ducks held him pointless. The next game, November 3rd, 2024, 3 assists. November 19th, 24, 2 assists. And believe it or not, I was actually at this game, and I actually thought he had a lot more points than this. But on March 1st, 2025, yes, I was at this game because I was very mad. He got 0 points. And somehow the Ducks still lost 6-3. And then October 19th of this year, 2025, he had 1 assist. And then this last game, 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points. So in 8 games, 16 points, 3 goals, 13 assists. And we still have to play him one more time. Let's just say Bedard is a Duck killer. For once, I would like to know that the Ducks are killing teams like Bedard kills the Ducks. That would be nice to know for once.
So what you're saying when they go duck season, rabbit season, Bedard's going
It's
duck
duck season.
season.
Yeah,
Okay.
easily.
Got it.
There
All
is
right.
no other season for Bedard. Yeah, pretty much. Um, let's see. But the 3 stars of the game, Bertuzzi was the number 3 star with the 1 goal and 1 point. Green was the number 2 star with the 1 goal, and then of course Bedard is the number 1 with the 2 goals, 2 assists for 4 points. I just realized I didn't put up the thing. Oh, let me make that full screen. Give me a second. There you go. Make that nice and big for you guys. Yep. The shots on goal 26-18. We won the face-offs 53.7 to 46.3. Power play was crap again, 0 for 3, while they were 2 for 4. We out hit them 22 to 15. Spencer Knight is just a dog. He's looking good. He stopped 23 shots out of 26. Mrazek stopped 13 out of 16. I thought Huso had more. I saw him make another save, but I guess they just didn't count it. But they're saying he only had 1 shot on goal, and that was the only and that was the Bedard go ahead goal. So that is it for that one. You
Okay.
want to move on to
So
your game?
yes. So we played the Vancouver Canucks. Man, let's get to the scoring real quick. And it started good. Anze Kopitar scores his 5th on a snapshot from Kempe his 14th and Dumoulin his 6th. And after the first period, the Kings are up 1-0. But just as our power play ends in the second period, Evander Kane, he's I think a Kings killer, at least one of many. He comes out of the box, gets a breakaway, and ties it up at the 2:52 mark of the second period. Assist from O'Connor, his 5th, and Myers, his 6th. Third period, a lot of action, but no scoring. So we go to overtime. And in overtime, it's Adrian Kempe on a snapshot at the 3:58 mark, giving the Kings a win in overtime for once, assisted by Byfield his 15th and Fiala his 8th. And, we start off the week with a victory. Yay. And let's go to the stats. The Kings outshoot the Canucks 23-20. We lose in faceoffs 53 to 47. The Canucks were 0 for 3. We were 0 for 4 on the power play, which somehow we better start fixing, or we're not going to be a playoff team if we don't fix that. Hits were 16 for the Canucks, 14 for the Kings. Block shots 13 for the Canucks, 11 for the Kings. Of course, we win this one just about every game. Giveaways, we gave away 15, they gave away 11. And the Canucks had 6 takeaways, we had 4. Let's go to the 3 stars of the game. And they're all Kings. Kopitar is the 3rd star with a goal. The 2nd star was Anton Forsberg with a save percentage of .950 and a goals against of .95. And then Adrian Kempe, the number 1 star, with a goal and an assist. And that's game 1.
Yep. Real quick on Instagram Live, Anaheim, El Gran Pato Scotty. I will get to your question when we get to that game later. I just want to give him a heads up. So now we'll move on to. Let's see if I can pull it up. Boom. All right. So Ducks played the Blues on Monday in St. Louis. Let's just get this thing up. Boop. And boop. There we go. The Ducks win this one 4-1 over the St. Louis Blues, which is now our first win over the St. Louis Blues in almost 4 years. You heard that right. 4 years. That was our first win. Crazy. Mason McTavish got the scoring started with his 6th goal of the year with a sweet play by Beckett Seneca to get his 13th assist of the year. That made it 1-0 Anaheim at the 6:33 mark. And then Jordan Kyrou got the scoring started for St. Louis, got his 8th of the year to make it 1-1 tie. And then Pavel Minchikov scored. And right after this, that was the Ducks' second goal on 5 shots. And not gonna lie, both goals were pretty lucky. I'm not gonna lie, for the Ducks, because Jordan Bennington was just crap. And then right after the Minchikov goal, he got pulled. And let's just say he had very harsh words to Jim Montgomery. So then Joe Holford came in. And so then we had no scoring in the second period. And in the third period, it was all Ducks. Leo Carlson got his 14th of the year, assists from Gudis and Minchikov to make it 3-1 Anaheim. And that was off a tip-in shot at the 5:58 mark. And then Chris Kreider got the last goal on the empty netter. That was his 13th of the year. Leo Carlson's 22nd assist of the year. So the Ducks win this one 4-1 in St. Louis. Like I said, the first time we've beaten St. Louis in almost 4 years. Here are the stats. The Ducks outshot them 26-22. We got demolished in the faceoff percentage, but what a shocker. St. Louis had a 64.8 to the Ducks 35.2. Both teams were 0-4 on the power play, and I'm not going to lie, the refs were bad in this game. I swear they were like, the refs were just calling like every little thing on the Ducks in this game. Like, I think Killorn literally like was like, "Hey, Kyrou," and then penalty. You can't breathe on Kyrou. That's what it seemed like. It was very soft calls, and they weren't calling it both ways. Just put it that way. But at least the Ducks held them goalless on the power play, so that's good. We did out hit them 17-15. And then the Husso stopped 21 shots out of 22. As I said before, Bennington stopped 3 out of 5, and then Hoper stopped 19 out of 20 because the empty netter doesn't go towards him. So yeah. And then don't want to show that. We don't want to. I don't want to see that any more than you guys do. Okay. Kevin said, I watched the St. Louis game and last night's Ducks game against the Caps. Man, they are so much fun to watch.
They are fun to watch.
I'm glad you said those 2 games alone and not the other one in the middle.
Yeah, Jesse Cohen, texted me and said, "Wow, they sucked."
Oh, he texted you?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was like, wow. All right.
I just thought I'd throw some more misery on that one game that you're going to talk about next.
Oh, that's going to be a very quick recap.
Very quick.
We're talking about Guinness World Book of Records recap. I missed the most fun one in the middle. That was not the most fun one, Kevin. Okay, not the most fun one. All right, you want to move on to yours?
Sure, let's go. We play the Washington Capitals. Let's go to the scoring. In the first period, Tom Wilson gets his 16th on the power play from Leonard his 9th and Ovechkin his 14th. Yeah, Tom Wilson's having an all-star season right now.
Yeah.
He's got to be in the top 10 or 15 in goals scored. Look, he's looking like a superstar right now. So after the first period, it was 1-0 Capitals. The Kings do get on the board Adrian Kempe once again gets his ninth from Kopitar, his ninth, and Moore his seventh at the 5:28 mark on a tip in. And after 2 periods, we're tied 1-1. Go to the third period, and Anthony Beauvillier,
Bouvillier.
Beauvillier, thank you, gets his sixth from McMichael, his 11th, and Ovechkin his 15th at the 118 mark. So right at the third period, and Washington's up 2-1. Kings pull the goalie, pull the goalie. Got quite a few attempts, but just couldn't.
Is it me or is it, or did we lose Dad? I don't know what's going on. Dad, did we lose you, or am I the one getting stuck? Oh, okay, cool. Because we've had it where I didn't hear my dad on the stream, and I'm like, wait, what's going on? So it's not me this time. Cool. All right. I don't know where he left off. Dad, if you're out there, say cream cheese. Nope. Okay. Well, my dad's very let's say, okay, let's go. Oh, I think he had to restart his computer. So I'll just do I don't know if he went over all the goals. But yeah, Patras scored the empty netter to make it 3-1, and that was the end of that. And we'll move on to the shots on goal. Each team had 25 shots on goal. The Kings lost the face-off percentage 53 to 0.1 to 46.9%. The Kings were 0 for 2 on the power play. Washington was 1 for 2. They were Capitals out hit the Kings 20 to 13, but that's not a shocker. And then Logan Thompson stopped 24 out of 25 shots, and Kemper stopped 22 out of 24. And then let me pull up the stats for the 3 stars for you guys. Hey, it's just me. It's weird. All right, give me a second to pull it up because I was not expecting my dad's internet to go out. Let's see. The 3 stars of the game would be Adrian Kempe with the 1 goal for 1 point is the number 3 star. Ovechkin is the number 2 star with 2 assists for 2 points. And Anthony Beauvillier with the 1 goal and 1 point is the number 1 star. So that would be it for the Washington Capitals game. And then I'll pull up my game. Let's see. The game I really don't want to talk about. Okay, Gary's paused on my end too. Great, it's not just me. It's just beating all. Thompson and Kemper should both be considered for Canada. It seems odd that they're not both shoe-ins for. No, I completely agree with you. I think Thompson and Kemper should both be on Team Canada because Binnington's been crap. I mean, Aiden Hill's been hurt all year. And then what's the other one? Montembeault hasn't been very good. And those are the 3 goalies for Canada for Nations. So I think it should be Thompson, Kemper, and oh god, what's his name? What's the other goalie's name? That's Canadian that's playing well right now. I can't remember. Are you back?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
I already finished your game for you.
Oh, great.
Yep. All right. Are we ready for this next game for me?
I guess so. Did I lose internet connection?
Yeah, you froze, and it wasn't me this time. Kevin confirmed it with me. No, Adam says it's just Gary being old.
Well, there you go. Makes up for Jesse right there.
All right. So all right. Here, read, and then there, read. All right, onto your game.
Is that it?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
All right, long story short, Ducks sucked that game. And welcome to the NHL, Vladislav Batayev. He came in the third period and gave up more goals. So I really don't want to talk about that game whatsoever. It was not good from beginning to end at all.
Okay.
So yeah, on to your game. There we go. That's it for my game.
Okay, so
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Okie dokie. Thursday we play the Blackhawks at home, and of course there's no scoring in the first. It was a back and forth. But in the second period, Duck killer Connor Bedard gets his 18th on the power play from Bertuzzi his 10th and Nazar his 14th, and it's 1-0 Chicago. Then Wyatt Kaiser gets his first from Nazar his 15th and Moore his 5th on a wrist shot just before the second period ends, and Chicago goes into the third period beating the Kings 2-0. Then Trevor Moore in the third period, Trevor Moore gets his fourth from Warren Fogle, his first. He only has one assist. No wonder we can't score. It just seems to be a problem. We can't score.
I mean, so it's hard to have scoring leaders when you only score like 1 to 2 goals a game.
So it's now 2-1 Chicago, and that's how the game ends. I mean, like I said, I can't be more disappointed right now in the way the Kings are playing. I'm all for give DeBoer control. Let's get out of what we're doing. Let's try to at least play some exciting hockey. If we're going to lose, let's play exciting hockey. But we got outshot 36-27. 36-27 by the Blackhawks. We in the faceoff circle, it was 55.9% for us, 44.1% for them, but they were 1 for 3 on the power play, and our pathetic power play was another 0 for 4. Hits, we out-hit them 20-13. Block shots, they got us 25-20. Giveaways, we win that one every game, 19-15. And takeaways, we lose that one. They had 6, we had 4. We go to the 3 stars of the game, and it better all be Chicago, but it's not. Kemper actually was awesome in this game. They should have probably scored 7 goals. But, he had a 944 save percentage, 210 goals against average as the 3rd star. Nazar was the 2nd star with 2 assists, and Kaiser was the number 1 star with 1 goal.
Yeah.
At least they got it. Okay, 1 game you guys don't get a goal. Okay, so we had 4 goals in 3 games. You guys, you're scoring almost 4 or 5 goals a game, except for Utah. Shut up, Adam.
And agreed with Adam said, a sad debut for ECHL goalie. Yeah, so Vladislav Batayev started in the ECHL this year, then got moved up to the AHL, and then now he's a backup right now for the Ducks. So, like I said, I'm not blaming whatever happened on Wednesday. I didn't watch that third period because I had to go to sleep for work, and then I woke up and saw the score. I'm like, yep, it's not worth watching. That's why I didn't want to even really talk about that game because it wasn't even good at all for anything. I'm not blaming any goalies for that loss. It was everyone I'm blaming for that loss. Down to the guy that was passing out popcorn. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he skipped you, right?
Yeah, he skipped me, bastard. No, I'm just kidding. But like that was just a full Anaheim Ducks team loss on Wednesday. That's why there's really nothing to talk. Everyone sucked on that one. But yeah, it was a sad debut for Batias on that. And then Kevin says Kemper looked like he was wondering where his help was all night. Don't blame Kings players for their frustrations at the moment. This is really tough stretch.
It is a tough stretch. I'm
Yeah.
frustrated.
So, all right, and then to the game that just happened last night. Let me get everything sorted out on this one. Last game we need to talk about. At least this one was exciting. But here it is. Bam. So the Ducks host the Washington Capitals, and Tom Wilson got the scoring started on this one with the 17th of the year to make it 1-0 Capitals, and then Cutter Gauthier on it. I mean, I don't know how many times I'm going to say this, but Beckett Seneca is the main reason why this goal even happened. Cutter Gauthier got his 16th goal of the year to tie it up 1-1, and then Seneca got his 14th assist of the year, and Jackson Lacombe also got an assist on that play. And then Ethan Frank in the second period got the scoring started unassisted to make it 2-1 Capitals. That was his fourth of the year. And then Ross the Boss Johnston with his second goal of the year on a tip-in shot to tie it up 2-2. What I mean, is Ross the boss? Like now? Like what the hell's going on? I'm liking it. Gudis with his fourth assist of the year and Zellweger's sixth assist of the year. So now we're tied 2-2, and that was at the 6:19 mark in the second period. And then Alexei Protas got his ninth goal of the year to make it 3-2 Capitals, and that was just a little over a minute and 20 seconds later. But Beckett Seneca, again, making plays, gets his eighth of the year to make it 3-3. And guess who got the assist? Ross the Boss Johnston. Yep, you heard that right. Ross
Not
Johnston.
not the human traffic cone anymore.
No, he's not right now. He's not. He's playing like a boss.
Okay.
So now we're tied 3-3, and then we go into overtime. And all I can tell you is Logan Thompson should be the number one starter for Canada. Because if it wasn't for Logan Thompson, the Ducks would have scored like 10 goals in overtime. I know it's not possible, but the Ducks were just dominating. They had plenty of shots. Thompson stood on his head. And I could have sworn he even made like a little like sliding kick, like old Dominik Hasek kind of move with a pad. It was, like I said, he was playing crazy in this game. But the Ducks go into shootout, and now we're going to get into what one of our questions was from the Instagram Live. Anaheim El Grand Pato Scotty says, "What do you think about the Leo Carlson shootout goal?" I think the Ducks should have had all three goals scored on this one. My dad says otherwise, but I think it was still one shot because it looked like the puck was on his stick the whole time. Just saying. They said it was a second shot. I did not see it.
I watched it. I could see that it looked like there was a second time.
No, I don't
It
believe
went to
you.
the whole video review. It was pretty easy to see everything. It wasn't like crazy second shot. It was just slightly moving. It didn't really matter. They won anyways.
Yeah, but even Kevin says Thompson was unbelievable in overtime. That cartwheel save was insane. Yep, see, told you.
Yeah, Kevin, he's one of my fantasy goalies.
Yeah, a great goalie to have.
Yes.
I think Carlson's goal should have counted because I think that goal was going in no matter what. Because if you look at Thompson's leg, it was going back the whole time because of the way he was moving. So I think no matter what, that puck was going in. So, but I digress. We're gonna move on. We're gonna finish the stats. The Ducks outshot Washington. Oh, let me get the stats up now. There we go. The Ducks did outshoot them 38-21. The Ducks win a shootout, or not shootout, the face-off 5-4 or 54-46. Both teams were over on the power play. The Ducks just can't seem um, to just score on the power play anymore. We got out hit 21-18. But Ville Husso was fantastic this game. He stopped 18 shots out of 21. Thompson stopped 35 out of 38, which is crazy. But the Carlson goal should have counted, but Terry's was great. And then McTavish just, I liked how he scored his goal, because the first two that he scored this year, he put it 5-hole on each of the goalies. So I think that's what Thompson was thinking, because that's what McTavish has been doing. But then he shoots before that, and I think he just stuns Thompson on that. So great all around game from the Ducks on this one. I'm gonna get the 3 stars up, and then we'll get to the comments. 3 stars of the game. Ross Johnson was the number 3 star with 1 goal, 1 assist for 2 points. Carlson was the number 2 star, and then Beckett Seneca was the number 1 with the 1 goal, 1 assist for 2 points. And then Adam says that Terry double touch goal, Carlson really could go either way. It's a matter of perception. Well, my perception is right. That's all I'm going to say on that. But now where do you want to go to next? Game predictions?
Let's do it, because we suck at it.
That's for sure.
We're both under 500 after last week. I went 2-1. What a shock. And I'm now 11-16 for the season.
And what am
you
I?
went 1-3.
Okay.
And you're 13-15.
Okay.
We're
bad.
Well, I'm really bad. You just got worse than you were. You were doing okay for a while. I have been terrible all season.
Yeah.
It was just the opposite of last year. I seem to be able to do a better job than you, but you had a great comeback last year and made it close.
Yeah. Adam put Thompson expected 5-hole. McTavish surprised him with glove side. Yeah, I agreed. Like, he definitely surprised him, and I like that move that McTavish did.
Yeah, I'm surprised. He kind of hesitated right there. That's where you come out and cut the angle off, and Thompson didn't do that. That might have stopped that goal, but McTavish got him right where he wanted him, and he stayed there. That Thompson has to come out and try to poke check that puck away from him. He didn't do it, so good for McTavish. That was an awesome shot.
Yeah.
So
all right. You want to do your predictions real quick?
Yes. Today the Kings play Chicago. Hopefully we get retribution. I'm praying for goal scoring. Maybe I should just put a 1 or a 0 by the Kings, but I didn't. So I'm hoping for a change of offensive something for the Kings. Today they play Chicago again. I have them winning 3-2. Monday they play Utah. I have them losing 5-3. Utah. I like Utah. I think they're up and coming. And then they play the Kraken, and I have the Kings beating the Kraken 5-4. I know that's crazy, but I'm just hoping to get for the offense to start getting going, because it's boring right now. They're playing boring hockey. It's not exciting.
Kevin says, I will be at the Seattle game on Wednesday, my first Kings game of the season. I hope Gary's prediction is right.
Thanks, Kevin.
Wait, Kevin,
I hope so too.
Do you live in the Seattle area?
Yeah, he's in Washington, right?
Oh, production. The word is offensive production. I don't remember what you said.
Uh, yes, Mr. Brawl, Mr. Teacher Brawl. Thank you for the correction on grammar. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Um, but I could I didn't know you were. Oh, I live on the Canadian border in Washington, so about an hour and a half from Seattle. Oh, okay, cool. All right, and then my predictions. The Ducks play tomorrow, Sunday, um, I, against the Blackhawks, and we finally get to play at the pond against them. And I'm predicting a 4-2 win because I do not want to get swept by the Blackhawks this year, and where we should have won each of those games. And then the Ducks will play in Pittsburgh to start the 5-game road trip, and I'm gonna predict a 4-3 loss to Pittsburgh. And then the Ducks will play on Long Island against the Islanders. I'm predicting a 5-3 win. And then I'm just doing this one just because by the time we record next week and everything, this game will already be playing. So I'm just going to predict it now before the podcast starts. But the Ducks will be playing in New Jersey against the Devils next Saturday. And I'm also predicting a 5-3 win on that one.
Should I write that down
Yes.
for next week?
Because that game starts at 9:30 in the morning.
Okay. Go. You have Ducks beating Chicago 4-2. What was Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh, a 4-3 loss.
Lose 4-3. And a win against Islanders, was it 5-3?
5-3, and then a 5-3. Both last two 5-3 wins. If anyone has any questions, drop them in the chat now because we already got 2 questions. I'll start with Desund on Instagram. He put, do you have a take on the quickly disapproved Peter DeBoer rumor of being in talks with LA? So it's towards you, Dad.
I got to tell you, we're playing not fun hockey. You know, if I'm going to lose, I'd rather lose 5-4 than 2-1. You know, we're barely scoring. I'm ready for a change. Me personally, I'm ready for a change.
Yeah.
And I know there's other hockey. I have a guy at work. He's been calling for Hiller since before the season started. You know, and DeBoer is a proven guy that he's not liked by players, but he has a proven to improve that team, and he gets results. It may not be a Stanley Cup yet, but he gets close. And that's better than we've been doing.
Yeah.
So that would be my take on that.
Yeah. And Kevin agrees. Give DeBoer the keys, let him take over and do things his way. This hockey is nauseating.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah. All right. And then we have another one from Adam Broll on Instagram. With the current goaltending struggle going on for the Ducks, why do the Kings still suck? It took a turn, didn't it? That question took a turn.
It did. I don't even know how to answer that one. The thing about the Ducks, to be honest with you, their goaltending isn't what's winning games for them. They've been incredibly good offensively. Take away the one game this week, you know. I think Husso's been fine in goal.
Yeah,
I don't think he's hurt them, and I didn't. I mean, Dostal has been good, but I thought he was better last year. To be honest with you, he said the reason they won was because of Dostal. That's not true this season. So, that's my take on that, Cody. But that's a Duck question. Why didn't you go with it?
So I agree to a certain point. I think last year the Ducks had to rely on Dostal more because we weren't scoring as much last year. So I think that's why Dostal was better last year. I do agree with you on that. But I think that's why Dostal hasn't, like, he's been good this year, but he hasn't had to been as good just because we're scoring more. There's more to his game, and we don't have Voldemort coaching like last year. The who should
The
not be named.
but you said Voldemort.
I'd rather say Voldemort. Adam says I like Kings hockey right now.
Yeah. Jesse
Um,
Cohen says, never mind. I'm not going to say it.
yeah, don't.
He was funny with Cody. He'd be really harsh on you, Adam.
Oh, it was funny. I mean, if I could take it, Adam can easily take it. I think Adam's hurt a lot worse than playing hockey and being in the military alone.
Or
So,
when he umpired.
or umpired, yeah, that's for sure. I was gonna say, but I think with that, like, yeah, Dostal's was better last year because he had to be better last year.
Yeah, because so I don't think their goaltending, even now. I mean, obviously the Utah game was
That
out
was a
of the
whole team
norm.
thing. I'm not blaming
That was
I'm not
just
blaming Batites. That was a whole team crap
that
show.
was the team just didn't play well that game. But what did they do? They come back and they beat the Capitals, who are a pretty good team.
Yeah, yeah, and we stayed with them the whole time and everything. So, like I said,
So they stepped it up. So I mean,
they did
you're
step it
gonna
up.
have games where you suck.
I would have stood toe to toe with him. I would have stood toe to toe with him. Might not have been able to show that podcast. And then Kevin also said, Husso came up big with a save last night during OT, just like he did against LA. And I said, Husso has not been the issue at all, in my opinion. It's a whole team thing that's been bad. So, like I said, it's not. I think it's more the people in front of the Ducks goalies have been the issue more than anything else. That's
Yeah,
been the issue.
the team defense could be stronger.
Yes.
And that includes every player. Just a little bit, because I tell you, if they do that and keep that offense going, who's going to stop them? Because their offense is just fun to watch.
Yeah.
You know, Seneca has been a huge surprise.
Yeah, and he is now the rookie point leader right now.
Yeah, well,
so Beckett Seneca's looked fantastic. I mean, to be honest, when I saw him during the freeway face, or not the rookie face off, and a little bit of the preseason and training camp, I was like, man, he needs to go back to juniors and work on his game. And I think you thought the same thing when at the rookie face off.
I did, and I got to tell you,
made me put my foot in my mouth.
He's he's been a huge surprise, and he's a big reason why you guys have played better. Yeah. Because he's made a difference in quite a few things, but not just him. Carlson has really taken that possible. I would agree with you, Adam. And that's really hard for me. That's hard for me to say.
See, the thing that annoys me is Beckett's having this fantastic season, and all the podcasts I listen to for the call, they're always talking about Schaefer. Yeah. They're talking about Demidov, and they're talking about as his nickname, the Wall from St. Paul, Jesper Wallstat, the goalie from Minnesota.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he has he's played in 10 games this year and has 4 shutouts.
Well, you know, there's a lot of competition for that right now.
Yeah,
but I think Beckett is right there. And you know, just because he's a Duck, I'm not gonna say, oh, I'd vote for Wallstedt or Schaefer. I would say he's the front runner to me.
I mean,
like Wallstedt would be the next. I mean, he's been fantastic.
100% agree. Like Mom says, Beckett is just getting warmed up. And you could tell his game is evolving each time. In the first 2-3 games, he was making, just not the right passes. He wasn't making the right moves at the right time. But you could tell over time, he's learning Like he's not making the same stupid plays or the mistakes that he was doing before. He needs to clean up his penalty taking. That I wish I think he needs to clean up. He's been taking a little too many penalties, but like I said, he's a 19-year-old rookie in this in a very fast-paced game.
Yeah,
Kevin
and
says
yes,
Leo's
I was.
Leo's looking like a franchise player. Makes me sad to say, but I wish Quentin Byfield would play more like him.
Well, yeah, well said, Kevin.
Yeah.
Totally well said. But then again, if you heard the Jesse Cohen interview, it's really hard for someone to be the number one when you're the number one is still there. And he asked us, and we only had some football references that were where they've maybe had tutelage like Rogers with Favre or Love with Rogers, or the only one I can think of that went really well, and I don't think I never heard a bad thing, was Young and Montana. Montana got traded, Young stepped in, but those are all football references. So, maybe next year, hopefully Byfield's going to step up like Carlson has this year because Carlson has been incredible.
Yeah.
And he looks so comfortable out there. And when I thought he was not progressing till I saw him in the face-off last year.
The Four Nations. Yeah.
Four Nations. He went out
He
there and
stepped up after that.
he really did. That was a key moment for him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Leo's just fun to watch. And I'm a hockey fan first. I mean, I don't mind going and watching him play. Him, Seneca, and I go, can you imagine when you guys go to Philadelphia and Gauthier goes on to the ice and they're gonna really scream because you guys won that trade hands down.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's hitting on the Ducks right
and
now.
I think this is Mom talking about Beckett Seneca. He's being a playmaker out there, and he is. Like, and you could tell, like, oh, this Ducks team is definitely different. I'm taking away the Utah game. That's just a horrible example, but like it's a total different team this year, and like I said, you can just tell like everyone is evolving their play a lot.
Yeah,
Like Truba's looked better. Like, Lacomb's the points aren't there, but he's not playing bad.
well, he started slow. He's been picking it up.
I was points
I
wise.
thought
Points wise, yes, but he like his overall play was not bad. I haven't had any issues with Lacomb's game because I think last year was different just because we had no offensive support, so he was one of the main ones. Now we have more offensive support, and he's playing what he needs to do to help that. So, like I said, I'm not worried about his points. He's playing fine, in my opinion. He's playing a lot. Like, I want to say he's like 7th or 8th in time on ice average this year. So I'm not worried about Lacomb's like points. As long as he keeps playing how he needs to play, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I think I do believe he's picked it up already, though.
No, yeah, he has.
He had a slow start offensively. He's picked it up lately, and you know what? He is a defenseman, and the number one job of a defenseman is to play the defense, keep everybody away from their goalie, make plays. And I don't think he didn't. I thought he did that in the early part of the season. He just wasn't scoring. So.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I think he's
100%.
picking it up. I think he's picking it up. It's fun. They're a fun team to watch. I mean, you thought it was going to take 3 years. They fooled you, and they are doing it this year. We'll see if that can be sustained over a long period of time. But right now, they haven't proven that they're going to, fall like they did that one December a few years ago.
January. Was it January?
It was after. It was January. Yeah, they were in first place, and then they ended up. Yeah, they ended up not even close. So I cannot see that happening with this team.
No, not with
Honestly,
this.
from what I've
Not with
seen.
not with this coaching staff and roster. Everything and mom says the next few years are going to be fun. Lacombe has saved a lot of goals. Like, see, that's another reason why I'm not worried about him, because his defensive game has gotten better. He has saved. He's fast. He backs check like players. If and that's another thing the Ducks are horrible at letting up is those like 2-on-1s, those fast break kind of plays. Breakaways, 2-on-1s, 3-on-1s, like those. Like the Ducks needed to get a lot better at that. And I'd say that's definitely, like, I would say one of their kryptonites. Like right now, it's just because they're all like rush, 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 and nobody's getting back. So it's leading to those plays like that.
Yeah, well, it's the dirty hockey they're missing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
So.
that hockey where you sacrifice your offense to make sure the team doesn't score. And I mean, got to take a look at how much they're scoring and how much fun that is to watch. And it's hard not to get caught up in that. So
Mhm.
I I mean, I played street hockey and I wasn't very good when I first started playing. I got better and better. And once I started scoring goals, there was a few times my defense lacked and we got scored on. And then, you have to play that two-way hockey if you want to be a winner. I think that's what the Ducks need to learn right now and put into their game is that two-way hockey mentality. The whole team, all 23 players on that roster are doing that, and they could be scary if they do that. So,
Yeah.
and then,
But yeah, anything else you want to add before we get out of here?
oh, no, I have spoken.
I have spoken. Um, but like I said, everyone, thank you for tuning in to episode 91, the Leo Carlson episode.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I mean that's what it's called. It is now. I have spoken. Uh God, I swear, if we have a Halloween episode, we should just both dress up as that guy. Just keep saying that the whole episode. Uh,
Oh, I have spoken.
um, but no, everyone, thank you for tuning in to episode 91 of Royally Quacked. Another fantastic one with all our comments from our listeners and
Yes,
everything.
even you, Adam.
Chaos. Even though you don't know how to spell chaos, but I'm glad you can cause it.
Yeah, he corrects my grammar and then he has spelling mistakes. Oh my.
Chaos.
It's a shame we have fun doing this.
Yeah. No, like I said, fantastic episode. Be on the lookout. We're planning on doing more of those bonus episodes. Probably not every. We'll probably. I want to at least do one a month at least, minimum. So that way we get more content out there for you guys, and we could build a game of hockey everywhere. Please, I want our goal this month to hit 100 subscribers on YouTube. So hit the subscribe button. That's on purpose. Sure it is. Sure it is, Adam. It's on purpose. But yeah, please help us hit 100 subscribers. I want to hit 100 subscribers before New Year's. That's the goal. Please help us get there. Share with your family and friends to help us get to 100 subscribers on YouTube. That's the goal. Okay.
You can do it, guys.
Please help us
out.
get there. We'd really appreciate it. Hit the like button while you're there too. Like I said, big things coming to Royally Quacked for 2026. I'm excited. I know my dad's excited. Like I said, we had the Jesse Cohen. Yeah, I know. I know it was a bad one. It was on purpose. But like I said,
and you
Jesse
do it
Cohen,
again.
Yeah, I know. I did. All right. Let me finish this.
Sorry.
But like I said, I want to do more episodes like we did with the Jesse Cohen, just with other people that work with like the Kings, Ducks, or just hockey in general, and build the hockey community. That way, everyone can kind of see how everything works in the hockey world. So, like I said, the Jesse Cohen one was so fun. I had a blast, and everything like that. So tune into that one. Tell your family and friends about it, even if they're Ducks fans. I mean, I enjoyed it as a Ducks fan. So tune in, help us out, help us get to 100 subscribers. We'd really appreciate it. Hit the like button, get the like spike going. So on that, you have anything else to add, Dad?
Yeah, no.
No?
Go Kings, go! Like score a goal, like maybe 4 or 5 in one game. Make an old man happy.
Emphasis on the old part, by the way.
Yeah, well,
But all
I'm
right,
there.
do like a good Go Kings Go, not just like a Go Kings Go. Yeah.
You want a really good one? Go Kings, go!
There you go, much better.
Thank you.
And other than Wednesday, let's go Ducks.
See you next week.